Is this a rock band with hip hop influence that I've never heard of before? I think so. Roll it. Yo, welcome back to the channel, everybody. Channel's name is TheThirdErnest. I'm Ernest Adiano III. Y'all guys are the third family. If you're new here and you're not subscribed and you like what you see at the end of the video, consider becoming part of the family. Click and subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Now today, as you can see, we got Hollywood Undead on deck. Apparently this is a new album from them. I had never heard of them before, and apparently this is their new album. And when I got the request for them by Holly, I don't know why I just put that together right now, Holly and Hollywood Undead. But Holly, this is your request. And then I saw somebody else say the same song like randomly in the comments. So I was like, all right, no better time than now. But like I said, I had never heard of them. And when I looked through their catalog just to see like what else they had to offer, they have like fucking 20,000 albums. Where have I been the whole time? So we gonna see. There's really nothing else to do other than throw these headphones on and say follow your boy on Instagram and on Twitter at TheThirdErnest, just like the channel, no spaces, links in the description down below. And we got Hollywood Undead, brand new album, Nightmare 2020. I'm excited, so let's get it. Do these dudes wear masks like Slipknot? I'm assuming these are, there's 5 band members and these are 5 masks, or at least they look like masks. So I'm assuming that's like part of their MO. That's probably part of their image is the masks. I like this little piano though.
Sick inside of bed, infected with the feeling, staring up like my dreams were projected on the ceiling. I can see.
Oh, that little in the background. That hoe's clean. We have to rewind because that production. I always listen to the production first and then I end up having to rewind because I get thrown off by the production and I'm just listening to the beat in the background and not the actual lyrics. But this is gonna be a heavy ass song, I can tell. Just because he said when I lay at night and try to fall asleep, the weight of the world falls down on me and it feels like it's crushing me. That's dope because he's awake and he feels the weight of the world crushing, and then part of his nightmares when you dream, when you're asleep.
Sick inside of bed, infected with the feeling, staring up like my dreams were projected on the ceiling. I can see it. I want the money.
Yo, when he's... That was a dope line. Sick inside of bed, infected with these feelings, like not actually physically sick, but infected with like mentally sick, staring up like my dreams were projected on the ceiling. Those are dope lines.
Sick inside of bed, infected with the feeling, staring up like my dreams were projected on the ceiling. I can see it. I want the money and the fame too. They told me when you get it, never let it change you. Finally, I moved into everything I tried to be. The fucking irony is everybody's got their eye on me. Society quickly became my rivalry, driving me off the deep end. The doubt starts to creep in. Fair weather there, never there. Do I need friends? We eatin', but will they stick around when the feast stands? You say
This is dope for sure. And like the rhyme scheme and the way he switched it up, it sounds like they went into a different rhyme scheme, but then he went back to it, but then he threw that different rhyme scheme at the end of the next line. That was dope. Right here he says, society quickly became my rivalry, driving me off the deep end, then doubt starts to creep in. It sounds like it's just AABB, but then the next line, it turns into fair weather there never, so that's CC, and then we go back to BB. So it goes AA rhyme, BB rhyme, CC rhyme, BB rhyme. Society, rivalry, deep in, creep in, fair weather there never, need friends. Because if he didn't do that, or if the artist didn't do that, then it would sound very basic. It would sound very elementary rhyme scheme where you just rhyme 2 lines and you switch rhyme scheme to another 2 lines and you switch to another 2 lines. It's like very basic rhyme style. And these lyrics are dope. They're not very bar heavy, but they're very emotional. They're very impactful. I mean, it's not like you're going like all crazy rhyme schemes and metaphors and similes and all that. But you can definitely hear the influence, obviously, of rap because he's rapping. But he's rapping in a very straightforward way where you can hear the emotion of what he's trying to say.
driving me off the deep end, the doubt starts to creep in. Fair weather there, never there. Do I need friends? We eatin', but will they stick around when the feast stands? You say you love me when it's glitter and gold, but when it's bitter and cold, would you deliver my soul? Oh, just cut me out the picture
Okay, now we're getting into some bars. He said, fair weather, they're never there. Like, do I need friends? Because fair weather friends, they might as well not even be friends. They're only around when we eatin', but will they stick around when the feast ends? The answer is always no. That's a dope lyric. And then to bring it home on the next line where he says, you love me when everything's all glitter and gold. You love me when we're at the top, but when we're at the very bottom and it's bitter and cold. Would you still deliver my soul? That's dope. I like that line for sure.
You say you love me when it's glitter and gold, but when it's bitter and cold, would you deliver my soul? Oh, just cut me out the picture and roll. Love is pain and it's taking its toll. Feel like I wasted my whole life. Always working, searching for some shit, trying to live a life that's perfect, but perfect don't exist. When I close my eyes and I try to.
That was a dope verse for sure. Always searching for some shit, trying to live a perfect life, but perfect don't exist. Facts. Love is pain and it's taking its toll. I feel like I've wasted my whole life. We've all been there where you feel like, what am I doing with my life, you know? If you've never had that existential crisis before, then your life has been silver spoon fed the entire time, because everybody goes through that. And love hurts, but sometimes it's a good hurt.
When I close my eyes and I try to sleep, the weight of the world falls down on me. It's all a part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare. Spend my whole life chasing after dreams, but every dream turns out to be just a part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare.
That's a dope ass chorus or hook, whatever you want to call it. But spend my whole life chasing dreams, but even the dreams are just part of a bigger scheme, a nightmare. If your whole life is fucked, it can feel like your dreams, like whenever you get to the reality that you're trying to get to, it can just feel like the eye of a hurricane. The whole shit is just going to shit all around you, but the eye of the hurricane is like a false sense of, okay, everything died down. But no, shit has not died down. That's the dream, but it's all just part of the nightmare. And the hook, the melody of the hook is fire, because like I already memorized it. That's when you know you got a good melody, and that's when you know the rhymes are good, because it's easy to memorize. You normally want the chorus to be easy to recite, because that's what you want to stick.
Part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare.
Help me, no I can't help myself. Help me to believe that I'm somebody else, not some fucking addict who can't dream cause his habits are chopped up on a table till he screams, let me have it. Fuck it, what's a life anyway?
Yo, this is pretty dope. Like, I like this for sure. He says, yo, help me feel like I'm somebody else, not some fucking addict who can't dream because of his habits are chopped up and laid out on the table. Cocaine, heroin, what have you. I don't know if that's really how it is for addicts, because once you become chemically dependent, and I know like your brain chemistry changes once you become a chemical dependent addict. I don't know if you really can't have nightmares or you can't have dreams because your brain chemistry works different now. And if that's true, this is a dope line. And it would make sense that that is true, you know, just because your brain is no longer the same once you become an addict.
Fucking addict who can't dream cause his habits are chopped up on a table till he screams, let me have it. Fuck it, what's a life anyway? Huh? You hear about that kid who died again today? Huh? I'd pull my fucking guts out just to make you understand that I've become a ghost. I am a ghost, I'm not a man. Why can't I fucking say it? They'd say that I'm insane, but in the song they play it cause they understand the pain. What the fuck is going on? Who am I? Life is just so fucking long. I wanna forgive me, don't forget me.
That's dope. That's dope production right there. Instead of saying, I want to die, they put the flat line in. That's fire. And he says, I become a ghost. I'm not a man. I'm a shell of myself, but I can't say that out loud because then people will think that something's wrong with me. But if I say it on the track, then they'll bang it regardless. Like, why is it okay for me to say on the mic and not okay for me to say out loud in person? Just the hypocrisy. That's a dope line too. It's like I already have a sense of who the band is just by listening to this one song. Like, I understand each individual person's thoughts. I understand how they come up with their rhymes and their bars, and just the entire group as a whole. It's dope that you can hear their personality as a group, and you can hear the group's persona in one track. That's tight.
Life is just so fucking long. I wanna forgive me, don't forget me.
Fire.
Believe you can't protect me. It's just a song I'm venting with the verses never ending. Now you're finally lost. The world is finally won. Dear God, did you forget your son?
When I close my eyes and I try to sleep.
Just that, dear God, did you forget your son? Like, why have you forsaken me? That's heavy. And he says, it's just a song I'm venting with a verse that's never ending. Yo, because the pain is never ending. So if I'm just venting to get all this frustration and the frustration never ends, then the verse never ends. I like this. This is fire for sure.
When I close my eyes and I try to sleep, the weight of the world falls down on me. It's all a part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare. Spent my whole life chasing after dreams, but every dream turns out to be just a part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare, part of my nightmare.
Can't find a reason why.
Yo, the hook is fire, man. Like, I already know it. This is my first time hearing this track, and I already know the hook because it's so easy to memorize. The melody is good, so it makes you want to listen to it, and it fits the theme of the song, and it's a perfect break of the song. Like, the dude's voice that's singing is a perfect contrast between the aggressiveness of all the dudes that are rapping. It's dope, for sure. This is a tight track. And then this Charlie Sheen, that's dope. Play on Charlie Sheen's name. I already like his voice from the one line that I heard. And he's like, it's like perfect for him to go last and anchor the song. But do the rhymes fit though? Because you're the anchor, so your bars got to go harder than everybody else.
Can't find a reason why. Don't know why I even try. I pray when I sleep at night, so at least I'll die a decent guy. I look in the mirror and say hi. I can't look me in the eye. We're both ashamed of the guy on the other side. Can't find my peace.
When I look in the mirror, I can't even say hi because we're both ashamed of the guy on the other side. That's a bar. Cause like your own reflection is ashamed of you, just like you're ashamed of your own reflection. Yo, that's something that I never heard before. That's tight, for sure. Me and my reflection are both ashamed of the person that we're looking at. That's tight because you're looking at the same person, but it sounds like it's two different people. Just the way the line is constructed is dope. I like that one. And then he says, I pray when I sleep at night, so in case I die, at least I die a decent guy. Like, and I can at least say that I pray to the Lord above, that I wasn't just total shit. That's a dope line too. Let's keep going.
When I sleep at night, so at least I'll die a decent guy. When I look in the mirror and say hi, I can't look me in the eye. We're both ashamed of the guy on the other side.
Just the way that he's delivering the lines is so fire. His cadence and his rhyme pattern and where he puts the emphasis on the syllables is dope. It's like, it's offbeat, so it keeps you like on the edge of your seat while you're listening. We're both ashamed of the guy on the other side. That's a dope delivery for sure.
We're both ashamed of the guy on the other side. Can't find my peace and quiet. Some things are better left in silence. It's me who needs some guidance, or maybe what I need is violence. I'm having a meltdown, can't ask for help now. Got so much self-doubt that I weird myself out. Can you help out? So many.
Yo, this dude's fucking spitting. He definitely is the anchor right now because this shit is going ham. And then the multi-stacking of the voice, and it sounds like there's multiple people, so like the voice is in his head. At least that's the way I take it. That's dope. Is it me who needs some guidance, or maybe what I need is violence? And then you have like those voices that sound like voices in your head, and they're at a deeper register than his vocals, so they sound like kind of demonic. That's dope production. When I'm having a meltdown, can't ask for help now. So much self-doubt, weird myself out. Can you help out? That's a dope rhyme scheme. And what makes it fire is that it's not the entire rhyme scheme for the entire verse. And like, this is what I say about Eminem sometimes, is that his rhyme schemes are so complex. This is like Eminem's rhyme scheme for like a 5-minute track, and that shit kind of gets like, it's hard to keep up with what he's saying. This is dope because it puts emphasis on a certain part of the song. That's tight.
So many selfish phobias, like self-inflicted loneliness. Sometimes I get so low in this empty search for holiness. Can't seem to find a reason why. I don't know why I even try. These demons, they won't let me sleep at night. They're killing my dreams and need me to die. But fuck it.
So I was like spot on what I said earlier, because when he said these demons, they won't let me sleep at night, you literally hear the demonic voices in the background. The production of this song is fucking tight. So many selfish phobias, like self-inflicted loneliness. That's tight because normally when you hear self-inflicted, you hear self-inflicted pain. Like that's normally what comes after self-inflicted. But self-inflicted loneliness and self-inflicted loneliness is pain. So it still works. You still hear self-inflicted pain, but he just switches the last word. Sometimes I get so low in this empty search for holiness. I can't tell if these Christian lyrics or something, because I've never heard their song, so I can't tell if it's something that's like a theme throughout the lyrics, or is it just a theme for this one song because we're talking about like angels and demons, dreams and nightmares, you know? But it's dark and it hits because a lot of people feel like that when it comes to religion.
Sometimes I get so low in this empty search for holiness. Can't seem to find a reason why. I don't know why I even try. These demons, they won't let me sleep at night. They're killing my dreams and need me to die. But fuck it, I got nothing left to say. We're all gonna die anyway. Shit could happen to me any day. I just spit 32 and didn't say a damn thing.
Yo, is that the end of this track? That's dope that it ends on that line as opposed to having the hook come in one more time because he's saying that we didn't say a goddamn thing or I didn't say a goddamn thing. So it like hits harder whenever the track ends on that because it's like there's nothing left to say. Because even if I say something, it's not gonna matter. But yo, that was dope. I'm gonna have to listen to more of this band because I can tell like they got something there. Like they have the talent for the rhymes capabilities. Their rhymes and what they're saying, it fits with the style of music that they produce, or at least this track at least. So if they can do that on the rap side, I can only imagine the potential on the rock side because from what I know, they are primarily a rock group. But yo, Holly, thank you for the request. Happy way belated birthday because I told you I was gonna react to these dudes like a long ass time ago. So happy, I don't even know how long it's been. But yo, that's the end of today's video, guys. If you like what you see, please consider liking the video and commenting down below. I know this is definitely not the normal type of group, the normal type of genre that I do, but Holly was right in assuming that this song fits the channel's theme. So if you like what you saw, leave a comment, leave a like, algorithm thing, you know, boost the algorithm, all that shit. And if you like what you saw enough, consider becoming part of this family, clicking subscribe button bottom right hand corner. Y'all guys follow the Discord. If Discord is your thing, it's really dope. You're able to talk to me, you're able to talk to other people on the channel. Link is down in the description below. Follow all the social medias like I said at the beginning, Instagram and Twitter, links down in the description below as well. But that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Like I always say, go out there in the world, love and care for one another, love and care for each other, and I'll catch everybody on the next video. Peace.